and confidence. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. There's a look at downtown Los Angeles from the air. We're coming to you live from the Staples Center. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. DA, take it away.
Well, almost all of the Greek Freak's points come in the paint. Giannis said, I can already do a lot of damage, basically without a jump shot. Just driving, making plays, and free throws. When that jump shot comes, it's going to be a problem for a lot of players in this league. Kevin?
You're right, DA. It'll be scary. Thanks. Brent, two explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, the reason I start with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at a time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings, they would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me, Kevin.
I can see the bruises. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Bledsoe and Middleton, the tandem in the backcourt. Ilyasova at the 4 with Lopez at the 5. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, the perimeter filled up by Leonard and George. Green is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the point guard. The shot's good on the assist by George.
That's a pretty impressive finish for Montrezl Harrell.
And it's Bledsoe with the ball for Milwaukee. Six to shoot. Middleton for 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Tough to contest when a guy that size can get the shot off that quickly. Middleton with a nice quick release.
And Beverly kicks to Green. Leonard the bounce pass. Ilyasova against Green. There's the triple. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the Bucks take it the other way. In the corner, Middleton with it. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. To the middle, here's Lopez, banked in off the glass.
Well, he could just see over the defense. The eyes to spot the open man. Giannis flourishing right now as a facilitator.
Outside Leonard. Back to Beverly. Outside Green. Now Beverly fires for 3. George, no good.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Great quickness on the pull-up from Middleton, cashing in on that opportunity.
The Clippers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And Beverly kicks to George. Looking to end the run. And it's sent back by Lopez. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Stolen by Middleton. And here's the fast break. Giannis leading the way. Good on the bucket.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And last year, Chris Middleton not quite as dead-eye as he has been in the past. Still a solid shooter from all ranges.
Beverly against Bledsoe. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Over Middleton. Misses off the right iron. And for Middleton, Greg, you don't need all the volume out there from him. You just need the efficiency.
And Middleton has always been an efficient player. Great to have on a team as a second or third option.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Bledsoe finds Ilyasova. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He can't get it to go. Great tee that time from Green. Passes it to George. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And Leonard gets it to go.
Very easily could have been an and one there. Leonard takes the contact and still maintains the focus to make the score.
Bledsoe outside. Green with the rebound.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Here's George. Yes, that goes in.
Well, Paul George concentrating through the contact and making sure he had a shooting window open.
Here's Giannis. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Clippers trail by 8. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Kicks it to George. The three. Rebounded by the Bucks. Bledsoe looking it over. Lays it up off the glass.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
Buckets, but he should have just gone straight up with it instead of trying to fade away.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
Free throw, no good.
He's just such a bulldog out there in terms of his mentality. Eric Bledsoe can get assertive, and when he does that, it raises the level of play for the entire team.
He hits the second from the line. And Brent, when you watch Eric Bledsoe go to the rim, you just have to admire what an incredible finisher he is.
Well, Bledsoe, I think, has always relied on the fact that his physical stature, not in terms of his height at 6'1", but his width and strength allows him to go in there and be a bit of a bulldog, to get contact and to make things happen. So never has shied away from that.
Shot clock at 5, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will.
Middleton for 3, connects from three-point range. Middleton's got 9.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was. This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Ilyasova, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
A 3 from George. That one, no good. And Milwaukee will come the other way. And Middleton kicks to Bledsoe. They double team Bledsoe. Pass to Lopez. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Bledsoe.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Landry Shamit's checked in for the Clippers. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Ilyasova. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That is his first foul of the game. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverley. The Bucks also with the sub. George Hill's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. Harrell with it. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, I think that Harrell lives and loves playing in traffic.
And here's Hill, who will bring it up for Milwaukee. 10-point lead. And here's Giannis from outside. Bangs home the trifecta. He has 7.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Pass to Leonard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Good scorers have that ability. When Leonard gets that deep, it's usually a bucket, a trip to the free throw line, or both.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Yeah, and he wasn't someone you wanted to foul if you were defending him last season. 85% is what he made from the line.
And the first one at the line is good. And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Brent, you played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible, and I don't know how much,
knowledgeable.
Yes, and how much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
One of the great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there in the green and gold.
And they'll support them.
Oh, there's no question about it. So the time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return. Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
And the Clippers call time here.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the last few seasons with Giannis is incredible. I mean, he just keeps adding to an already superstar-level game.
On defense, Milwaukee. It's a 13-point game. Williams for 3. A rebound by the Bucks. Lopez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And you know, Greg, this last season, Giannis improving on his rebounding and his passing.
Career highs for him in both of those areas. If he ever adds a deep shot, I'm not sure how you guard him at that point. Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Now here is Hill. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
And Giannis adding muscle to his frame for these types of situations. He'll keep getting bigger and stronger, but willing to take the hit.
Brent, for so long we've talked about the potential of what Giannis can do when he reaches his prime. 27 and 13 last year is a pretty good jumping off point.
Winning an MVP award for Giannis at 24 years of age, and knowing that most of the prime years for NBA players are starting to happen between 27 and 30. That's a scary thought, isn't it, Kevin? 4 or 5 years more of growth from Giannis Antetokounmpo and what he can do at that position. If that jump shot comes along, we may be seeing an all-time great develop throughout his career in the next decade. The name of the game for the Bucks is defense. Very tough at the rim and challenging shooters. They have good length, obviously, out there on the wings, let alone Giannis all by himself. But defense, a big reason why last year they were able to collect 60 wins. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
To the paint. Lopez, no luck. And Brent, with this Bucks defense, when they're locked in, they're tough.
Well, not only do they defend, they had the best effective field goal percentage against last year. They seal off the defensive possession with the rebound. They were a top rebounding team, second in blocks in the league. As a whole package, the Milwaukee Bucks present a unique problem. Good on defense and hard to match up with Giannis on the other side offensively.
And he recovers it. Leonard, no luck.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
For Milwaukee, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
First free throw is good.
What improvement we saw during Giannis Antetokounmpo's first few years in the league. Went from raw to ridiculous in a hurry.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And the Clippers franchise joined this league in 1970. They've never made it past the conference semifinals.
Yeah, but the last few years, when you talk about the landscape of Los Angeles, the Clippers have had a remarkable run, much better record than the Lakers have had in Tinseltown. And so surprising to think of all the talent that's come through the Clipper doors in prior years, but this could be the year with these additions where they break through.
Williams, and with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Lopez kicks to Matthews. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on George. And the shooting guard, Wesley Matthews, a terrific defender who has no hesitation, Greg, in taking that long 3.
A pretty good combination. Weathered an Achilles tear back in 2015, but has remained a steady rotation player.
Free throw, good. Matthews. If you were choosing a center for the team that you ran, and you've got these options, Joel Embiid, Big Cat, or Jokic in Denver, who do you go with?
So much variety in their games, Kevin. And I appreciate what Jokic does so much for that Denver Nuggets offense, initiating as a center from the top. But I'm going to have to go with Embiid and the way that he can dominate the game. There's still so much potential and growth for what it is that he can do. Down on the block, doing damage, taking away a lot of three-point shots. And not to disparage what it is that Karl Anthony Towns can do, but his size and dominance, I think there's an intimidation factor that Joel Embiid brings to the game that I would lean on over the other 2.
Now here is Hill. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Lopez, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul called on Los Angeles.
Well, the evolution of Brook Lopez continues as he is now a premier stretch 5. His three-point shot continues to get better and now a huge part of his arsenal.
That free throw missing. And Lopez bold enough to give himself a nickname.
Yeah, well, what was it? Splash Mountain or something like that? I guess he's earned it with the work he's put in on his outside shooting. More and more centers these days shooting the 3 ball.
And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in. And he sinks the second. Well, he coined the name himself last season. Brent, are you willing to call Brook Lopez Splash Mountain?
I am, but I think Brook Lopez was also looking for some kind of deal so that him and his brother could get free rides for the rest of their lives.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo following the miss by Lou Williams. George against Matthews. 6 on the shot clock. Lopez outside. Lets it go from deep. Drains the three-pointer. And the Bucks lead by 15.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting. And tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
Now here's Williams. Hill with some nice D. Here's Connaughton, defended by Beverly. Connaughton passes to Hill. Shoots the three, and again Milwaukee with the triple.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And so it's Milwaukee holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this. Well, there are a lot of letters that go into the spelling of Giannis Antetokounmpo's last name. He helped set the record straight of how you pronounce it.
The Nigerian way, you gotta say with a D, so it's Antetokounmpo. But in the Greek way, you say with the NT, like Antetokounmpo. Whatever you gotta just say, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Giannis or the Greek Freak.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Guys, we've seen the Bucks really take control here early.
Just stretching out the floor in that first, they had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
The two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And Harrell's in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Grade the Clippers signing of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, the grand finale of the wildest summer in NBA free agent history.
A ton of big moves. You think of the star players who've changed teams, 1/3 of the league's all-NBA selections, and 5 out of 10 of the reigning all-star starters. In the end, we saw 7 players who've changed teams, signing for over $100 million each. Put that in perspective, only 8 players had ever done that in league history.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the reigning MVP. He's the second Bucks player to win it since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And he's the 3rd youngest MVP in league history. Kevin, he's just scratching the surface of what he'll do in this league.
You said it, DA, and some good facts in your report, too. Thank you. Here's Hill. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Good use of recognizing space and getting to the mid-range from George Hill.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. Leonard draws the double. It's good. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter. Milwaukee leading by 17. Antetokounmpo finds Korver. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Leonard brings the double team. Giannis against Leonard. Shot clock at 6. 80 that time from Leonard.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Leaps for it. Here's Connaughton. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one.
Yeah, still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
And that one's good. Beverly.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Giannis up top. He's covered by Leonard. Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
Making shots against good defense, that's what great NBA players have to do consistently. And if you want to be elite, which Giannis is, that's a prerequisite.
Now here's Williams. There's the double team with Korver. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And the Clippers have possession. Leonard dishes to Williams. Here's Beverly. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverly is one of them.
And Patrick Beverly always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverly plays on, you're going to have to go through them.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off.
Well, the Milwaukee Bucks are just so strong in and around the paint.
Well, so good last year. The team was 3rd in points in the paint themselves and 1st in points in the paint allowed last year. That means they got in there and then they defended it well. Tough as nails defensively, causes a lot of problem for teams who rely on chippies around the basket to get themselves in the offensive flow.
And thinking back to last postseason, the Clippers did not back down to the Warriors at all.
Well, LA was a much more physical team. I think they knew going in that the only way that they had a shot was to be disruptive, and they brought that on both ends of the floor, and that was going against a healthy Kevin Durant at the time. They took 2 games last year in that series, and the way in which they played, that spirit might have caught the attention of one Paul George and one Kawhi Leonard.
Now here's Korver. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Green against Middleton. Got a piece of it. 4 on the clock. Near the 3-point line, it's Bledsoe. It's hauled in by Beverly. Clippers trail by 12. To the inside. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Beverly. Leonard's got 18 points.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The pass to Ilyasova. Back to Giannis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, the Bucks are in a good spot with a young superstar entering his prime.
And they like the fact that this core has more potential in it. It wasn't just a one-hit wonder as they committed to Lopez. They committed to Chris Middleton. And now they think that they can take the next step with Giannis's growth.
And he knocks down the first one.
It's very efficient and a well-tuned offense for the Bucks. They drive, they kick, they get open threes. 2nd in the league last year, as that was Mike Budenholzer's biggest change in threes.
Now here's George. 8 points for him. Lets it go with a 3. But they'll get another chance. Leonard with no one around. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Leonard's got 11 here in this quarter alone. Bucks leading by 9. And with the Bucks in their offense, Brent, it all starts with Giannis.
Starts with Giannis, and that might have got them into trouble last year. They could maybe use another creator in a way where a guy can manufacture his own points. Who knows? Maybe that's growth within. Maybe that's Chris Middleton as he tries to improve his game, or Eric Bledsoe in some way. But the team does need a little bit more dynamism on the offensive end.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Shamet's checked in. Ilyasova hits the bucket.
Unselfish play there by Bledsoe. Does a great job scanning, noticing somebody's open, get them the ball.
Passes to Green. Good.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Milwaukee has gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Stolen by Beverly. Pass to Shamet. Giannis grabs the miss. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. Here's Bledsoe. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Bledsoe's got 5 now.
How about the ball control from Eric Bledsoe? Got wherever he wanted to go that time.
Leonard on the wing, guarded by Korver, and it's Leonard missing. Milwaukee leading by 11. Pass to Middleton. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Focus from Chris Middleton like he'd been there before. I don't know if he saw the defense. The results were good.
The 10-footer. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. 23 points for Kawhi Leonard. Bledsoe outside. The pass to Ilyasova. And he banks in the layup. Ilyasova's got his second basket of the game.
And maybe that's the advantage at his height that Ilyasova has down there on the block, a high release point, which allows him to score easily.
Leonard with the bucket.
Seemed to be laying in the weeds there in the first quarter, but now we're seeing him come out, put all the cards on the table, and ramp it up.
Now here's Giannis. He's got 17.
And when Ilyasova gets in at the rim, the only thing that's on his mind is how he can finish on a play like that.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Green with the ball. Out guarded by Giannis. Green kicks to Zubac. Passes it to Shamet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Zubac trying to break loose.
Ilyasova not known for his defense, but with the length he has on those arms of his, he got to the ball.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is kept back down to 13 with the basket coming from Leonard. Milwaukee has gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Here's Giannis, and Giannis throws it down.
You know how you want to tell people don't let Giannis get too close? Well, one step past half court, he's too close.
And Beverly kicks to Green. Pass to Zubac. Pass to Green. Lock at 6. Antetokounmpo on the double team. A 3 from Leonard. No good that time. Korver with the defensive effort. Bledsoe left side. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Leonard against Korver. Leonard, no luck.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And the dunk by Giannis.
Great instincts by Giannis. Superb timing, and then he pounced on top of that miss.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Beverly. Over Bledsoe. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Bucks leading by 19 points. Here's Giannis. And the layup's good off the glass. Giannis has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
And the Clippers call time here.
Giving up a run here, can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
Lou Williams is checked in for Los Angeles. The Bucks also with the sub. Matthews is checked in. Now here's Williams. The pass to Zubac. Over Ilyasova. Zubac, that's good.
Well, Mike Budenholzer winning the Coach of the Year for the second time, just has such a great mind offensively and came in with a new system for this entire roster, one that they embraced very early on. I think it was really important last year, training camp, establishing that type of confidence. It carried them through for the entire year.
Now here's Williams. Outside, Green. Bledsoe against Beverly. Over Bledsoe. The second effort. And the rejection by Giannis. Bledsoe right side. He dishes it to Matthews. Ilyasova passes to Bledsoe. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, Budenholzer, a big reason they were a top offense last season.
Well, we talked a lot about Bud ball. You add Giannis Antetokounmpo in there, and Bud's ability to pair Giannis's unique skill set to the way that he wanted to play. They really changed a lot of what they did offensively, and it felt very, very seamless.
That's no good. That miss makes him 5 for 11 from the field. And here is Shamet. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Bounce pass from Williams. Pass to Green. Rebound, Milwaukee.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss. You love basketball. Couldn't miss in the first quarter. Now can't make it in the second quarter. Got to be eating at him just a bit. This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
For the Clippers, Montrezl Harrell comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Paul George in for Patrick Beverly. The Bucks also changing it up. Lopez, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Lopez. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
George against Matthews. Matthews with the steal. It's 2-on-1. With 1 on the clock.
And Paul George instincts right there, just taking over that possession. He's using his length right there to take away a lot of airspace for the shooter.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, you guys were able to get the lead. What was the key to getting all those open shots?
It was just getting stops, getting rebounding, getting out and pushing, finding lanes, finding open guys.
And you made the most of it, Chris. Thanks a lot. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that?
I got it.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about that first half, fellas? A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 23 points, 3 block shots, and 10 rebounds. Coming off an outstanding game last time out, it doesn't look like he's lost any of that momentum here tonight. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Well, shooters were popping open right and left. Exceptional ball movement. Guys racing off screens, spotting up, knocking down shots. That's the way you play basketball unselfishly, and it was superb, and they exploited all the weaknesses of the defense.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
They relied way too heavily on the three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off. But they still settle for the outside shots. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Middleton teams up with Giannis, the lengthy wing pair. Ilyasova at the 4 with Lopez at the 5. And it's Bledsoe in at the point guard position.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The Bucks have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Lopez.
And Lopez serves as an unbelievable case study for someone who changed his game over time. I mean, almost in a season. So specifically, how he added the three-point shot, it's made him such a valuable asset to this offense.
The offensive rebound, Leonard. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Leonard's got 29 in the game. Bucks leading by 22. Feeds it to Middleton. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And Middleton getting up there allows him, with that height, to get up and jam it down.
And even though he's been nagged by injury for a few years, Brent, Kawhi is still a top two-way threat when he's healthy.
Well, the fact that Kawhi Leonard could move on from San Antonio, get to that Toronto team that needed just an extra push to do something in the Eastern Conference, especially with the absence of LeBron James. Kawhi Leonard absolutely dominated last year's playoffs and took Toronto to a championship. And now, for the first time, he's had the choice to continue his career somewhere. He's going to do that back home in Los Angeles for the Clippers.
Oh,
man. What a superb athlete. Eric Bledsoe getting up big time.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
On the wing, George. Pass to Zubac. Dishes to Green. Antetokounmpo against George. 3 on the clock. Over Lopez. And George gets it to go. George has got 10 points.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
Bledsoe against Beverly. Shots good by Bledsoe. 15 points in the game.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
There's the pass to George. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Almost, but it rolls out.
And when he's this close, he's got to make it. The defense was pretty good, but just shouldn't miss that.
He kicks it to Lopez. Giannis inside. Defended by George. The shot will not fall. And the Clippers will come the other way. Beverly against Bledsoe. From the arc. And it's Beverly missing.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And that one drops. 17 points for Eric Bledsoe.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And the Clippers call time here.
Chris Middleton's an interesting story. I remember when he signed his first extension and talking to, at that time, his head coach, Jason Kidd, that Chris was dealing with living up to the contract. I think after that first season went by, he settled back down. It got him into a position to earn this second contract. And now he knows where he belongs. He knows how important he is to the Milwaukee Bucks and their continued success and striving towards a championship for the city.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And for Middleton, he was drafted in the second round by Detroit. Brent, they sent him to the G League, which he says was the turning point for him.
Well, I think he just got hungrier and realized there was a self-awareness part of this that he needed to grow and he needed to maybe adjust some of his work habits. Went from an overlooked second-round pick to an NBA All-Star, Kevin. I would call that great focus. And now he wants to be a consistent performer on a nightly basis to lead this team to championship level.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Leonard. Zubac trying to break loose. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Beverly.
Well, he's so dangerous, and he's also efficient with his offensive game. Leonard right now having a tremendous offensive night.
Poke loose. Leonard with the steal. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Milwaukee making a switch here. Korver's checked in. And Milwaukee has possession. Bledsoe finds Lopez. Back to Bledsoe. Outside for Korver. That 3 off the mark. The Clippers have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Bledsoe outside. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got his 9th assist in the game now. Beverly against Bledsoe. Now here's Beverly. 5 points in the game, but they get it back. Here's Green. Lopez with the block. And here's the fast break. Giannis leading the way. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Outside Leonard. Buries it down low. Leonard's got 10 points here in the second half.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Trying to get open is Lopez. And there it is for him. And that's 21 points for Eric Bledsoe.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
George against Middleton. Passes it to Zubats. And Beverly kicks to George. Shot clock at 6. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Well, Brent, you look at the explosive numbers George has put up. A lot of it has to do with how he runs the pick and roll.
Incredible at his size and his ability to read the defenses in pick and roll situation. Anytime there's a defender that decides to go under on Paul George from the perimeter, he can let that thing rip from the three-point line. Last year, I think you saw him with the most poise that he's ever played with in his career. I expect that to continue.
The first one falls.
2 years ago, Paul George and his curious travels about where he was going to land in terms of free agency made his way back to Oklahoma City. And a lot of people were wondering why he made that choice. Then a year later, at the behest of Kawhi Leonard, a trade goes down where Paul George ends up back in Los Angeles with the Clippers. You talk about a two-way threat along with Kawhi Leonard. What an unbelievable wing combination the Clippers have with these two.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Over Leonard. Nice spin off the left rim and in. 25 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That jump shot looking better and better from Giannis. When he gets in the rhythm, becomes dangerous.
Here's Leonard, and oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Wesley Matthews checked in for the Bucks. Now, here's Shamet. He's guarded closely. Just 5 on the clock. Harrell. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. And with George last year, easily his best season as a pro in every measurable way.
You wonder in the next couple of seasons here, Kevin, if we're going to see the best of Paul George. Again, coming off that gruesome leg injury, him finding his form last year for Oklahoma City. A lot of talk about even Paul George being considered as an MVP candidate, and rightly so. Now back in Los Angeles with Kawhi Leonard. What a terrific duo they have.
Pass to Leonard. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Bucks leading by 22. Here's Hill. 5 points in the game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah, sometimes that length that George Hill has can put the defense in a very peculiar spot. He was terrific that time drawing the foul.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw.
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
And he's good on the second. And for Hill, Greg, he's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team.
You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. his leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade.
And it's good, 2 points.
He is just self-willing his team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
Giannis high post. Leonard's there. Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Leonard. Connaughton passes to Antetokounmpo. Good on the shot. Antetokounmpo's got 6 here in this quarter.
It's a huge night for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. That length and athleticism just proving to be too much for any defensive scheme.
Williams for 3, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Here's Leonard, and gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, there's a quiet intensity that Kawhi Leonard brings to both ends of the floor, a defensive menace, and it's amazing to watch him just how disruptive he can be when he's guarding the 1, 2, 3, or even 4-man and messing up offensive schemes.
The first free throw is good.
And interesting to see the rebirth of the Clippers, or actually maybe the actual birth of the Clippers, having Kawhi Leonard join this team along with Paul George, convincing him to come to town and to start maybe something special. And it's pretty immediate, the impact that these two are going to make on the floor, especially on the defensive end.
And Kawhi, with all the strings he pulled to get here, Brent, he's already a Clippers legend.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to say that, but a 3-time All-NBA performer. Remember, 2011-12 was on the All-Rookie team, a 2-time Finals MVP. Kawhi Leonard's resume is just absolutely astounding for a player who's still growing, and for the fact that him at 28 years old joining the Clippers along with Paul George. A lot of high expectations for the franchise now.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. Good on the second free throw. Now Williams. Oh, Leonard in position. The shot, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Here's Giannis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 31 points.
Well, Giannis scores inside, one of the best in the business at getting his feet wet in the paint, and a strong feel for the attack that time.
Outside, George. Williams finds Shemet. 5 to shoot. Rebound, Milwaukee. Down low, here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Here's Leonard. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Leonard's got 45 points. Leonard against Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, go ahead and get in front of that if you want to. Man, what a dunk by Giannis.
Williams for three. Rebounded by the Bucks. Lopez has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Here's Connaughton. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Count it. Antetokounmpo's got 12 points now in the quarter. George against Matthews. Now here's George. Defense right on him. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. And we'll be back with you shortly. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Clippers shooting reasonably well, 45%. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Setting the floor for the Clippers, we've got Mo Harkless. Harrell is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Williams. And it's Magruder in at the shooting guard. Well, the undrafted Rodney Magruder, Greg, has earned his way into the NBA.
It was 25 by the time of Magruder's rookie season. Has spent some time overseas and in the G League, but he's improved his game and has kind of carved out a spot here in the league.
And the first one drops.
Over time, Magruder just continues to pound away to try to find a spot where he can get more and more comfortable in a rotation in the NBA.
Good on both.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Hill dishes to Brown. Pass to Matthews. The kick out to Hill. A floater, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Well, he's not a locked-in starter these days, but Brent, George Hill can be effective off the bench.
Comes in at the 1 or the 2 guard position, can guard the 1 through 3 positions, and because of George Hill and his massive amount of playoff experience, there's a lot of confidence in the coaching staff to get George out on the floor, and that he's going to make the right play at the right time.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
Well, George Hill is a gear-shifting, versatile guard and has some size and a good perimeter defender with that length.
So he gets them both. And it's Williams with the ball for Los Angeles. No good. Shot missing. Hill with some nice D.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Matthews passes to Wilson. A fader. Yep, that one goes in there. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Here's Magruder. Left side, Williams. And that one goes long. Milwaukee's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Hill looking around. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Williams. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
So good at scoring over the defense, Lou Williams. It's like he's better under pressure or with more difficult shots from time to time.
Outside Hill. Over in the corner, Brown. Lopez outside, just 4 to shoot. That's a 2 from Matthews. Rebound by Williams. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Harkless. They grab their own miss. Lays it up and banks it in.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Hill finds Lopez. Wilson up top. Puts it up. Out of hand on it. Harkless on the wing. Here's Patterson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Patterson's got his first basket.
Well, Patterson usually on the perimeter. This time down on the inside, doing a little bit of damage.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Beverly against Bledsoe. To the right side. Lopez passes to Korver. 6 to shoot. Green with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Williams scanning the floor. Zubac's with it. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Tries it from the top of the key and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up a notch.
A talented scorer. There are many ways Lopez can beat you, which makes him so difficult to defend.
Williams finds George. George double teamed. Here's Zubac. Outside Green. Williams for 3. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And he knocks down the first one. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Kyle Korver. And he makes both free throws. Bucks leading by 22. Bledsoe left side. Trying to get open is Lopez. No good from Bledsoe. Now the Clippers with it. Big stretch here going 10-2. Over to the wing. Inside. And Green slams it in.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
To the paint. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Great signs to see Chris Middleton have this kind of offensive output.
Bounce pass from Beverly. Here's George. Another one falls for the Clippers.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Poked away, out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
I know people can't see you, Kevin, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
Landry Shamit's checked in for Lou Williams. George against Antetokounmpo. And the pass to Shamet. The three from George. Drills the three-pointer. George has got 11 points here in just the second half.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
Giannis high post. Working on Zubac. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Well, guarding Antetokounmpo is really difficult because of how awkward he can get around the floor and how much space he can take up.
Zubac kicks to Beverly. Giannis against George. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 21 in the game.
Just tough shots just don't bother Paul George. So smooth with it when he gets into his motion.
Here's Beverly. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 4 assists in the game. Middleton outside. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Over George. Can't hit that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. They're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
I think it's be a mistake to let the shot clock get under 10 seconds from here on out.
Now here's Middleton. He's covered by Shamet. Back to Bledsoe. The dish to Lopez. He makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
Yeah, Brook Lopez, if he gets some rhythm, he becomes a very dangerous scorer for this offense.
Beverly against Bledsoe. Lopez over to help. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And the Bucks with possession here. Milwaukee leading by 17. Bledsoe outside. He's looking for Middleton and finds him to the inside. Bucket is good. Antetokounmpo's got 39.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Beverly against Bledsoe. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Here's Shamet. Outside for George. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Clippers trailed by 19. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Green. 5 on the clock, and it goes down 2 points. Green's got 4 this quarter.
Now, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Zubac against Lopez. Back to Giannis. that shot off. George with the defensive effort. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Count that one.
Beverly has strength to go along with a tremendous amount of quickness, and a nice job on the break that time.
Stolen by Beverly. George with no one around. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. The lead is 15. Pass to Ilyasova. From outside the arc, and that's good. Chris Middleton for three.
And that's what Middleton is known for, a remarkable outside shooter, and that release got off pretty quick.
George looking around. Down low. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
That one goes in.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Back to Beverly. Outside, George. Just 5 to shoot. He feeds it to Green. There's another block.
And swatting shots away with ferocity.
GA, he is not messing around in this one. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. A different look for Milwaukee. .112 left in the fourth quarter.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Milwaukee.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, the tone was set by him defensively tonight. Recorded a number of blocks, and that was a big difference maker, intimidating the other team.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Well, recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
Here is Hill. 29 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for them, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And we'll see you next time.